All right, we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, depending on where you are joining us from all over the world. Want to say big welcome to this event. It's all about celebrating women around the world. We just celebrated the International Women's Day, a time set aside to celebrate the amazing women globally who are doing amazing things, who are making an impact, who is making a huge difference. So this event is geared towards them to shine the light on them, to make their voice be heard. Because we believe that every woman has a bold story that needs to share, a story that has the power to empower, that has the power to inspire, to motivate, and to encourage other women out there. Now, we have women also who might be shy to talk about their story, who might be shy to talk about how they be able to navigate the world. So we are creating a platform like this that give women the stage to hone their voice, to inspire people with their story, because we believe every woman is unique, every woman is special, and that's why we are doing this today. So for those of us who are joining us from Facebook, from LinkedIn, from YouTube, want to say a very big welcome. And if you're a man in the house, you can join us. Let's celebrate the women together. You have a woman in your life, your mother, your sister, your, your wife, your fiancé, your colleague, your co-worker, whatever it is, women is everywhere in the world. So you want to join us to celebrate the women, you can do it to join us on stage or drop a comment in the comment box on LinkedIn, on Facebook. Let us know that you are here so we can be able to shout you out and let the world be able to see what you do to inspire other women. So today is all about celebrating women and giving women the platform where they can share their story, their both story to inspire the world. You know, it's women are special, like I said before. And today I'm not doing this all by myself. I'm doing my brother, Noxin, and he's already here and he's ready to join in the conversation. Noxin, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, good evening, Zion. Thank you for having me and thank you for choosing to do this. Like we've always said that women they are like the gatekeepers to our world and everything they do is to be celebrated. So in the light of this month, the theme for the International Women's Day is Accelerate Action. So we are encouraging women to share their bold stories in relation to their personal life, in relation to their relationship, in their career, their personal development. So we want them to like talk about what they've been doing, the bold steps they've been taking in towards accelerating change. We know that some persons, yes, why it may seem as if what they are doing is not significant, but truth be told, it has a great importance because when someone hear your story, how you've been able to have overcome a particular challenge, how you've been able to scale through, how you were able to start a business and scale it up, it became a multi-million dollar company, how you were able to like go through some unsimilar situations in life, they will be excited and they will have this confidence in them that they have the capacity to achieve such things. And we'll be having stories from people, and we just decided to extend this so we can drive more conversations around the topic on celebrating women with bold stories. Let me just give a story about someone that shared a particular bold story with me recently, and the person was talking in line with the thought that she wanted to do a particular design, and that design was meant for her sister. She has not done it before. Her sister was to get married, and she kept on postponing it. She was afraid. She feared she could not do the design. 2 days to the wedding, the cloth was not ready, and she panicked. She began crying, and she was like, "How can I be able to meet up? My sister wedding is in 2 days. What am I going to do?" But she had to tell herself that yes, though this challenge has come, but I have to put myself in that light that I have to do this. And that was how she got back to it. I think she said she began to like put herself in that top frame that she can do this. And in a nutshell, she was able to achieve that feat, and she did that particular design for her sister wedding. So these are some of the few both stories I've received. And another one again to put to mind, it's somebody who told me, shared with me in line with the fact that while she was in school, there was a particular state competition that was held, and out of the applicants that applied for that scholarship position, she was among the first three to win that particular prize, and there was a prize attachment to that. She also shared with me that that was a good story, that even though she felt she was not competent enough, but she had to step out of her comfort zone and go into that competition. And that was how she became a victor. That was how she became a success. So no matter how little, no matter how small, you have a bold story to tell as a woman. The power you have in you is limited. So people are waiting to hear your story. You never can know who you will ignite the fire in. You never can know who you will spark that fire in. When you tell them about the things you've been doing, people want to feel inspired. So your story can be that inspiration that they need for them to move from their point A to point B. So I'm encouraging you today. If you have a good story, share it to the world, and tell your good story. So, Mr. Zion, over to you.
Yes, profoundly said. Thank you so much, Lord Sin. I tell you that was a great story you have to share with us. And there are many women out there who has a unique story. Yeah, Linda, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. You are someone, a woman that I look up to, that has been inspiring so many women on LinkedIn, for your amazing support. Thank you so much. If you're free, we would love you to join us on stage and just be able to help inspire other women out there so that they can be able to share their story, because we believe that every story has the power to inspire and motivate other persons. Now, the reason why we are encouraging women to come out and share their story, because we live in a society where most women voices are not heard. We have young girls who are dealing with depression, who are dealing with timidity, self-esteem. They don't have the confidence to come out there to be able to share and be who they are. So what we are doing today in respect of celebrating the International Women's Day is to give them the platform, to let every woman, young girl, young lady, let them know that their voice is valid. Your voice is valid. Your voice is important. Your voice has the power to change the world. So you don't have to think about how people will judge you, how people will see you. At the end of the day, what matters is how you see yourself and how much you believe in yourself. For us, we are doing this because we believe in every woman out there. If you are hearing this, we believe in you. We believe in you. We know that you are enough. We know that you are amazing. And we know that you are the best that you could be. And I know that you have a story within you. You've encountered a challenge, you have been able to overcome, life through things at you, but you are able to go through the situation and you came out stronger and better. You are the woman you are today because of all you had to go through. You didn't give up, you didn't fall by the wayside, despite the difficult times, despite the challenges, you kept pushing on. You are the woman that we are celebrating today. And we are creating the space for you where you can come on to be able to share your story, to inspire everyone in the world, to let other young ladies know that little girl who is coming up, that young girl who is growing up, who is confused about life, who doesn't even know what they want to do, who life is pushing them to the corner, and they are confused. They don't even know if they can come out of that difficult times of their situation. Your story as a woman can give hope and faith to that little girl, to that young lady who might be going through life all by themselves, to let them know that yes, I can go through this. If you can survive, if you can go through this and become who you are today, definitely I can go through this. For me, I have a lot of women in my corner, and just to be able to hear their story and see what they had to go through, and then they are still pushing on to become who they are. For me, it's an inspiration for me. And that's why I always give my support to every woman who crosses my path, because I know that to be a woman is not easy. It takes a whole lot to be a woman. I was sharing with my sisters and my mom a few days ago, like, well, Zion, no matter how good you are as a man, you can never imagine what it means to carry a child in your stomach. Now that really got me laughing. She said, "Oh, true. You can never be able to conceive, and you don't even know what that feels like. You can only imagine it when your wife is pregnant, but you don't know what it feels like to be pregnant as a woman and to be able to conceive for 9 months or 8 months, as the case may be, and then take good care of the child and be an inspiration to that child and people out there. So there's a whole lot that women have to go through. So if you're a woman listening to us right now, we encourage you to come up on stage and be able to join us to inspire more women, to let them hold their voices so that they can be able to come in here and share to inspire the world. Because we believe that every woman has a good story that can inspire and that can change the world for us. Yes, amazing, amazing. I know there's so many, we are trying to send so many invites now, many persons are coming to join us. They can't be shy. I say, oh, what's this? I don't want to come up and stay. It's okay. Even if you don't want to put on your camera, you can be able to just come in and just share with us, a glimpse of life for you, how you have been able to overcome. Just so us we can inspire those young persons out there, those women out there to share their story and be able to inspire everyone in the world. So, Luxin, can you hear me?
Yeah, as you've said, it's good. A lot of people feel they don't have those stories. For some persons, I've been reaching out to telling them to share their boat story. They are like, I don't have a boat story. I don't have a boat story. What I keep telling them is, you do have a boat story, and that is how you have to start seeing yourself. Because as a woman, you are an example to others in your field. No matter where you are, you can start from there. Every little thing you've done, it's a stepping stone to greatness. So there are people you are miles ahead of. While you share how you were able to overcome the situation you find yourself in, it's a light. It's a path to other people that want to walk in that. So no matter how little it may be, you have a good story. So come online, come up and come to hear your story, because there are people that just need to hear what you want to do, what you have to say, and they'll be ignited. That's just it. That's just the truth of the matter. So get it that people really want to hear what you've done, what you are doing, and they want to learn from it. That is why we are encouraging you to come up. That is the whole purpose of this International Women's Month, International Women's Day, is to get women like yourself to come talk about their success story, to come talk about the things they've been doing, to encourage the younger generation, and to tell young women out there that if you yourself can do it, they themselves to have the capacity to do it. The truth of the matter is, some people have inferiority complex. All they need is a push, and your word can become that push that they need to see that they can thrive in their career, that push that they need to see that they can succeed, that push that they need to see that they can become the best in their field. So that is the essence of this. So come share your good story and let us know how you've been dealing with success, how you've been dealing with challenges and difficulties, and then people who hear this story can put themselves in that position and say, if these people can do this, then I have a story. Yes, everyone have a unique story. Oh, Miracle, welcome. Everyone has a unique story. If you want to come up, we are likely to have you. Yes. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. Yes, amazing. Thank you so much, Lawson. I love that when you said there is no story too small. For anyone listening to us, you might be thinking, oh, my story might not make sense. My story is too small. There is no story too small. There is no story that is meaningless. There is no story that does not have power. Every story, no matter how short it is, it has a power to inspire other people. For me, I'm just going to share a story about my mom. And permission, mom, I'm sharing this right now on the global stage to inspire other people. Growing up as a young child, seeing how my mom being able to go through what she had to go through, waking up early in the morning, having to look for what to eat, how to provide for the family. For me, it really encouraged me a lot to see what women had to go through. There are days sometimes way back then where the food might not be enough to go all around. She would decide that she was not eating, making sure that we, the children, we have enough to eat. And today we are all grown up. We are all grown up men and women, and then we are be able to put ourselves in a position to be able to also support her and provide for her so that she can have the best life. When I look back, I see the sacrifice that my mom has to pay for us, growing up to where we are today. I tell you, it shows that's just a glimpse from my mom's story. And it shows you how much those women out there give their best to make sure that kids do and become whatever they want to become. When you go to the market, for those of us in Nigeria who go to the market, you can see the market women for some of them as early as 6 a.m., as early as 5 a.m., as early as 7 a.m. They're already at the market, just to go in, sell their product, do everything they have to do market, then make sales. At the end of the day, coming home, they're getting food stuff for their children, making sure their children get the best life they need to live. Women are the foundation of the home. As men, we try our best to provide and do everything, but at the end of the day, the woman is the foundation of the home. She's the one that does the cooking, that does the cleaning, that takes care of the children most of the time. So there's a whole lot that women go through for them to be the women that they are. And yes, they have personal issues that they have to go through, but they never allow that interfere with how much they're going to take care of them. They never allow that to interfere how much they're going to look after their children. And so when you look at these things, it's enough for us to celebrate all the women in the world and just let them know how special they are. If you're a woman right now, you're listening to us, or you're a man that has a woman in your life, you have your wife, your spouse, your sister. I just want you to just look at them and just say, thank you for being a woman in your life. Because it's not easy. For me, I'm very appreciative for every woman in my life. In one way or the other, they've impacted me and they have made me become who I am today. And it's just amazing for us to be celebrating them and appreciate them for the great things that they are doing. For the great things that they are doing. If women are to really share their story, you'll be tearful because they go through a lot. But then that doesn't stop them from pushing. That doesn't stop them from going on every day. That doesn't stop them from becoming who they are. That doesn't stop them from standing from their family. So kudos to every woman out there. And if you're listening to us, probably you're joining us from Facebook, from LinkedIn, and you want to be part of the conversation, kindly drop a comment so we can know you are here. And you want to join us in stage, the StreamYard link is in the comment section. You can click on it, come up on stage and just share with us your story, to inspire other women out there. All right. Amazing. I have my friend, my sister, my colleague with us, Alessandra, joining us all the way from Lagos. Alessandra, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us to be able to share your. I know for you, getting to know you, I know you have so many stories to share with us. And I want to say a big welcome to you. We'd like you to tell us your name, what you do, and where you're from. Alessandra, are you there? Okay, if you can speak, just okay, great, fine and good. Welcome, Lysanda. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Okay, my name is Lysanda, like Zion has mentioned. I'm from the southern part of Nigeria, but I live in the western part. And what do I do? Basically, there's a lot of things going on that I do. I do designs. I'm a virtual assistant. So basically, I'm a creator. That's what I like to call myself, an entrepreneur, a creator. I run a YouTube channel that talks about my Christian faith. Um, that's just me for now. And as time goes on, as humans, we learn new things. So a lot of evolving going on around me. So as I grow, as I learn, I pick up new things. I drop the ones that I'm not comfortable with anymore. I just run life as it comes, be joyful, be beautiful, and be the young lady I am. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Lysanda, for introducing yourself and telling us who you are and what you do. Now, in respect of the International Women's Day, we are celebrating women globally and creating a stage where they can be able to share their good story. So, one will say, Happy International Women's Day to you. We celebrate you greatly. thank you for being a woman who is making an impact and making a difference in the world. And for me, you are my friend. I've known you. I can see the impact you're making, and that's what we want to recognize. We just want you to just tell us about a time where you had to take a bold step, regardless of the outcome, because there are many women out there who are scared to take a bold step, who are scared to come out of their comfort zone to put themselves out there in the world. So we would like you to just share with us a brief story of a bold step you took, you know, in becoming who you are today. It doesn't matter the outcome, whether it was successful, whether it wasn't, probably you are still at the process of making it. You can just share with us a story like that where you are able to take a bold step in your life.
This is an interesting one. Okay, I'm going to just share one. Um, I remembered when I want to, resign from the work I was doing. Um, it was very stressful at that time, but I just felt that there is more to my life to that kind of work I was doing then. I worked then as a janitor, so it was pretty hard. And like I said, I'm a mom and my son is growing. The pay was not really as I wanted it to, be a lot of bees to sort. So it was a hard call because I've been in that place for a very long time. When you're in a place for a very long time, everybody you meet there, they are our family. So it's difficult to, to just leave. So it was a hard call, but and starting afresh was really scary for me then. Coupled with the fact that I don't really have a degree to use then. So I was like, oh, this was a lot to really handle. But I just took the courage and said, well, life happens. If it doesn't work well, it's a lesson. If it works well, fine. So I just took that bold step and just summon the courage and do the needful. And one of the biggest thing that was, I was just telling myself, because you want to leave a place like that, you don't have to live with an offense, especially as a child of God. So everything went well. I didn't burn that bridge. The communication is still there. Everything is just, everything just went well, and I'm glad I took the bold step, following the path have been carved out for me. And I'm enjoying the process. Like Zion is saying, I may not have achieved all. It's still ongoing. There's a process to everything, but it's a beautiful one. I'm glad I took the step, and as I walk, things are unfolding. I get to know myself better. I get to even know the things that I can do. Prior to that, I don't even know that I can actually be, speaking like this on stage, because I'm always the shy type. So I'm always I just like to be, the word they say, introvert. So I just like to be on my own. But because I talk a lot, people don't know that I'm actually that kind of a person. So, but I like my space. I like just to stay on my own, learn new things. But other than that, it has been fun. The journey has been beautiful. I'm learning new things. Truly, I can actually come out like this and then and speak. So it's a great one, and God has been helping me. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Lysanda, for sharing with us your story. And I could imagine, having to quit your job because it wasn't paying to do something else, and you having a child to take care of. You see, that's why I say women go through a lot. As a man, you might not really understand what it means to, take care of your child, as a woman would do, but then having to navigate the job market and then taking care of your child can be a stressful journey. So thank you so much, Miss Sandra, for sharing your story with us. Lastly, for every young girl or young woman out there right now who might be listening to you and they are afraid to take a bold step towards their goal, what word of advice would you give to them?
Hmm. Well, I'm going to advise, because I like to advise people based on my faith, because life is not as it says. Life is spiritual. So whatever step you want to take as a person, as a young girl, let me use that word. bring it to your maker. Because you see, life is beyond what you see physically, it's deep. But there's someone that knows the deep because he made the deep. So bring it to him and let him, and then trust yourself enough to do it. See, sometimes what's the thing that's kills us is that we are so afraid to fail. But it's just, the bright side to failure is that you learn. And then once you come out of that situation, you can be able to use to teach others the things you learn. So don't be afraid to fail. Just be yourself, put that effort, not because you are a child of God, then you be lazy. No, do your own parts, make conscious effort, be courageous, take the bold step to do what is in your heart, what you know that God has laid in your heart to do. Be encouraged. And once it doesn't mean that because God laid it in your heart to do, that everything is going to go as you plan. Let me use the story of David as an example. He was anointed as a king, but he didn't get the kingship because God has promised or anointed him easily. So it came with some rough and some tumbles, a lot of wars here and there. So because and then you've gotten this witness in your spirit that, oh, this is what I want to do. Then when you see trials, challenges, when the storms is raging, you just get discouraged. No, you have to continue to encourage yourself. And sometimes as the journey goes, you have to be the only one sharing yourself up, because there's sometimes when people will not really believe in what you are doing. Because why? It is the outcome, the results that draws men. So at that starting point, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes you just have to be the one sharing yourself up, celebrate your small wins, tell yourself, oh, this may not go as I planned, but oh, I did great here. I need to celebrate yourself once in a while, and then why you put more effort to achieve all you have dreamt of achieving. So thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Lucinda, for sharing that with us. I love the fact that you mentioned that as a young lady or as a girl, you are free to take a bold step. Go back to your maker. Remember God. She just shared with us how she does it. That anytime she wants to take a bold step, she always go back to the Father. She always remember the Lord, and then celebrate your wins. Celebrate your wins. Life is a journey and not a destination. And sometimes you don't have it all figured out as a lady, but knowing for the fact that you're going to get better every step along the way. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, because that's how you grow. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. So stepping out there, like Lisetta said, she used to be an introvert. She used to like her space. But for the fact she has a vision to impact the world, to share her faith with the world, she had to come out there. Now she has her own YouTube channel where she come in there to inspire people with her message. So it's just so inspiring. Luxin, what do you have to say concerning this Sandra story? For me, I've been inspired by what she has shared today.
Yeah, yes, it's a beautiful one. As you said, sometimes you might be in a place, and because you know them for too long, you might be having that divide. Should I leave? Should I not leave? But once you know what you want to do, like she said, that was her boosted. She knew that the time has come for her to leave that place. She left. That's just it about life. And for that boosted you too, it is showing now, the ripple effect is showing in your life and every other thing you are doing. As you shared yours, some persons might be in that same dilemma. When they hear this particular story, they will always put it in heart. If Lysander can do it, I have the capacity to do it. Probably they've been at a particular spot for so long, they've been thinking on how they can move to the next phase. But with the story you've just shared, is a push. I know it's going to be a spark, it's going to be a light. Whoever is listening, whoever is on the call, wherever they are streaming from, I believe that by hearing your story, they now have that spark, they now have the nudge to move on to their next phase. So thank you, Lysander, for sharing. It's a beautiful one, and I truly appreciate you. I honor you, and I celebrate you deeply. Thank you very much for sharing, Lysander.
Thank you, Luxine. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Katsma, I can see you in the comment section. I know you're a woman that has an amazing story. You can do it to join us. The link is in the comment section if you can find it. So do it to join us and be part of those women who are empowering and inspiring other women out there. And listen, that story for me, it's just so amazing. Coming up on stage like this to be able to talk about yourself and how you are being able to face life. That's what we're all about. We are doing just so that people can come in to share their story to inspire people. So if you want to be part of the stage, you want to come on here to talk about your life, how you'll be able to navigate it, and then to encourage other younger women out there, or that leads you get out there who might be watching, who might be listening right now, because this event is streamed live to many social media platforms, and I'm sure that a lot of women are going to be coming across this. So how do you want to inspire the women out there? We are celebrating uniqueness of women. We are celebrating the power. We are celebrating the amazing and the beauty of women. And like we said earlier, every woman has a story. There is no story too small. There is no story too short. There is no story that is invalid, or there is no story that cannot make an impact. And that story can just be your story. Someone just need to hear how Lysandra was able to navigate her job search and taking care of her son. And yes, she is today. She is a testament. And she was able to make mistakes along the way. But then in the midst of the mistake, she grew. She found purpose. She became who she is today. I'm sure there are days she was afraid. I'm sure there are days she was scared. I'm sure there are days she was unsure of what she wanted to do. But she kept going. She kept pushing. And today, she's a testament that you can go through whatever it is you want to go through and still come out stronger, better, more prepared and equipped, and living your best. So, Lysandra, thank you so much. We appreciate you once again. All right, we have Miracle with us on stage. Miracle, thank you so much. We appreciate you. I just passed the mic to Lawson so he can be able to, help you go through the questions and then inspire other women out there as well.
Zion. Hi.
Yes,
can you hear me?
Go for it.
Okay. Yes. Miracle, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So what we are currently doing today is we are encouraging women to share their both stories in terms of their life, personal life, their professional journey, and whatever thing you have been engaged with in the past. For every step you've taken, for every giant leap you've taken is a bold step. You cannot say that you do not have a bold story. So we want women to be vocal. We want them to share their story, because when you do this, you are encouraging people out there. You give them that perception that there is possibility. If somebody can do this, I too myself have the capacity to do this. Oh, Catman Martin, we see you. Thank you very much for coming live to this program. So Miracle, I'm going to ask you a quick question. So just tell us your name, what you do, and where you are streaming from. So just unmute your mic. Tell us your name, what you do, and where you are streaming from. Miracle, over to you.
Hey everyone, my name is Miracle. I'm streaming from Lagos and I'm a teacher. Thank you.
Hi, Miracle. Are you with us?
Yes.
Miracle.
I'm sure she's with us. She was saying something, but I think her voice is very faint. Maybe she can be able to speak louder. So
can you hear me? I can hear you.
Okay, we can hear you now. We can hear you now. Yeah, I say you should tell us your name. What you do.
My name is Miracle. I'm streaming from Lagos and I'm a teacher.
Nice to have you here, Miracle. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, in light of this, so it's the International Women's Month, right? The International Women's Day was on Saturday, on the 8th of March, and in light of this, we are on a mission to inspire women to accelerate action. What do we mean by that? We want them to tell their bold stories towards the actions they are taking towards change. So that is why we are here. So I want you to tell us about a time when you had to take a bold step, like a time when you yourself personally had to take a bold step, regardless of the situation and the outcome from that decision you made by taking that bold step. So just tell us a time when you had to take a bold step, regardless of the situation you find yourself and the outcome from that decision you made. Over to you,
Okay.
Miracle.
Um, I want to start by saying thank you for this opportunity. So I'll first of all say that being a woman is actually a wonderful thing. Although there are days when I'm like, oh my God, I would have been asked first, like crampy days and all of that. So to answer your question, I'd say that the best step I have taken so far, like right now, or that I took in the past professionally, was quitting a job because I did not like the treatment I was getting over there. The workload was increasing, and I was expected to do cumbersome work without, like, they were not prioritizing me at all. So I knew that I was being underrated. I just knew that I had to quit. It wasn't like I had like a, should I say, a support system, because at that point I was staying with someone, like a family friend, and she was just encouraging me like, oh Miracle, just manage, stay, that's how it is. But I wasn't okay, like within me I knew that, like, I wanted more. I wasn't where I wanted to be, like, that type of thing where you go to work but you're just joyless, like you don't have that joy. You just find yourself being out of that emotional space. You're just not happy, but you're just there because you can't do anything about it. And the people around, they're not even the type of people that can help you grow. So that was it for me. So the last straw that broke the camel's back was when I told you earlier that I was a teacher, when other subjects were being added to my workload without prior trainings. And I am the type of person that if something doesn't sit well with me, I try to address it, because I actually know myself. It can actually get to a place where I can't get to control myself. So I try to address it. So I told them that I can't, because you're asking me to take up this and you haven't given me prior training. Yes, I know that I read this in school, but I'm not trying to say that my knowledge has expanded to this. So can you please tell me why a training is not being given? So after that, like, I got a lot of attitude just because I spoke out, and it started me treat like the management, the proprietor started mistreating me, calling me out in public for something that every other person would do. He would just look past. But just because I actually addressed an issue, then he became angry that I wasn't supposed to express myself. And then he said a particular thing in public that made me very, very, should I say, I wasn't ashamed, but I was upset about it because I didn't expect that from him. So I tendered my resignation letter during the holidays with no job in sight, penniless. And as at that point, I had just moved from, I think, my aunt's place to start living on my own, because I didn't want to stay with. I just wanted room for personal development. When I took that step, later on, like, I got like several calls like, why did you quit when you had nothing inside, like this and that? So how are you going to survive? Like, you have no backup plan. So what's your plan? Like, why would you do something like that? But I wasn't just okay. So I just had to tender my resignation letter. I think I stayed for like 1 year plus doing a part-time a job. Then I had to go for during that period I had to go for a training as regards my speech and communication. So presently, I know that I'm not where I want to be. Like right now, I'm still a work in progress. I'm currently ongoing, but at least I'm better off now than where I used to be. So That's it.
Wow, that's an amazing one. And thank you for sharing, Miracle. I understand your point of view. I understand what you're saying. Where we are in a situation where people want to shut our voice, where people do not want us to speak, it shouldn't be so. One of the fundamental right that we have as a human is the freedom of speech. Why we have that, people should be given the right to exercise and to speak for themselves. So I understand why you had to do that, and I'm happy that you are now in a better place than when you used to be. So thank you for taking that bold step. Thank you for sharing your bold story. I believe the people that are hearing you and people that are listening to you and that will listen to you, why they may find themselves in that same similar situation, they now have a reference point to say, if this person can do this, I have the capacity to also do this too. So finally, please, can you just in 60 seconds give a word of advice to every young girl, every young woman out there like yourself, out there who may be afraid, but what they want to take a bold step towards their goal. They are afraid. They have a goal, but they are afraid of taking that bold step. So, what would be your advice to that young girl out there, to that young woman out there like yourself, in 60 seconds? Over to you,
Well,
Miracle.
my advice is that as long as you feel like you're made for more, like you just have that feeling in you, you know that you're not supposed to be where you ought to be. It might not be easy at first. Like, I wouldn't lie to you, it's not easy. It's not as sweet as I'm saying it right now. So it won't be easy for you, but you just have to take that bold step, because you don't want to look back and feel like, oh, I'm missing out on something. I would have done this, I would have done that, and so just take the bold step first. Just take that first step. And also, while you are in that period, you can also try improving yourself, because one of the things that actually made me get a better place was because I had taken like a course. So during that period, so in your waiting time, don't just try to do something different, like something different from the usual, to like upgrade or upskill yourself. So that's it. Thank you.
Wow, wow. I love that point you made. In your waiting time, upskill yourself. In your waiting time, develop yourself. Don't just stay static. Don't just stay stagnant. Don't just wait for situation to turn around. In your waiting time, while you are pursuing your goal, while you are trying to move to your next step, make sure you develop yourself. Make sure you skill yourself. Thank you, Miracle, for coming up on stage. I appreciate you. I celebrate you. And I tell you this, you are going to do much, much, much more better in the coming days. Because why? You are a woman. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye.
To you, Zion. I think we have Stephanie Okereke. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Miracle, for sharing with us a story that was very powerful. That was a leap of faith. Having to stop your work, not having something already on ground, is a leap of faith that I tell you, it takes 1% of people to do that. A lot of persons will not quit their job, no matter how stressful it is, no matter how it's affecting their mental health, no matter how it's making them, not having clarity. They will not quit because they don't have something else to do on ground. But look at you, having to quit despite the fact that you're not even sure what you were doing, you're not even sure you are going to get a job. And many persons, we receiving a call from many persons to say, why will you quit your job when you don't even have one waiting for you? But then that leap of faith is what you needed to take for you to become who you want to be. And I love the fact you said, in your waiting time, do something. So as much as you are waiting for the breakthrough to come, as much as you are waiting to get your miracle, as much as you are waiting to get a new job, upskill, develop yourself, invest in yourself, read books, gain more knowledge. Because at the end of the day, if you want to earn more, you learn more. That's what my mentor will always tell me. If you want to earn more, learn more. So as you learn more, you begin to earn more. So thank you so much, Miracle, for sharing with us your story. And yes, we have Stephanie Okereke with us on stage already. Stephanie, good evening. How are you?
Good evening to you, Zion. I'm okay, and you?
I'm very fine. Thank you. We are so glad to have you here. As we said, we are celebrating women and their both story. And I thank you for being able to join us on stage to come in to inspire other young women out there in the world. Yes, we want you to tell us where you are joining us from and what do you do.
Okay, I am joining from Anambra, Nigeria, and I am a content writer. I specialize in writing for health brands.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Join us all the way from the eastern part of Nigeria. And she's a content writer specializing on writing for head brand. And that's very beautiful. Now, Stephanie, would like you to share with us, a bold step you took in your life journey that push you to
Okay.
be where you are today. You know, you making an impact with your content, writing content for brands and for businesses and company. I'm sure that there was a time in your life you had to take a bold step to be where you are today. I know there are many bold steps you have taken, but if you can just share with us one bold step you took for you to be where you are today.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Well, it was last year, August to be precise. I just finished serving and I was looking for work. So I applied for a lab work in a facility like that, and I was called for an interview. And we talked, we kind of like settled the price. She was like, okay, she was going to get back to me. I said, okay, fine. I went home. Technically, I was supposed to relocate if I was going to take that job. And at that particular spot, I made the decision, yes, I'm going to relocate. If it means getting this job, I don't want to stay idle. So unfortunately, she texted me back that same night and she says, oh, sorry, we can't pay this amount. We're taking it down to this. Do let us know if you would like to take up the job. And I thought about it. I was like, nah, this pay is too small for me to live where I am right now. It can't even serve me, and it won't give me the opportunity to look for more jobs. And I was like, I'm so sorry, I can't take it up. So that was me done with service, jobless, and I was like, well, I don't know. And during that period, I felt, how you would feel when you're done with school and it's like there is no opportunity for you to move forward. So
Okay, I think we lost you there for a bit, Stephanie. If you can hear us, I've been paying attention to your story. That's an inspiring one as well. It's be so excited to have you back. Maybe just a network glitch that happened. Lawson, can you hear me?
I think we lost Stephanie. Is she still on the call?
Yes, she's still on the screen. Hopefully she will get to speak soon. Maybe it's just the internet, it happens. It's part of those things we tend to experience. But then I'm already excited to hear her story, having to, yes. Okay, she just left. Hopefully she'll be back. If there's one thing I'm already getting from her story is know your worth as a woman. Know your worth. Do not settle for less because you want to get a job, because you want the attention, you want people to recognize you. No, know your worth. And I'm so excited. I'm very eager to hear Stephanie finish her story because that's so inspiring. Imagine going for a job and then you are being offered a pay that is not worth who you are. That's why knowing your worth, knowing who you are as a person, as a woman, it's very, very important. Don't let anybody talk down at you. Don't let anybody cheat you, for their own personal gain. Knowing for the fact that you are worth more than that. Standing your ground most time is very, very important so that people can know that you know your worth. And that's a lesson I'm already learning from Stephanie's story. Hopefully, she can come back and get to share with us and finish the story and inspire more young women out there who are afraid to take a bold step in their life. The Lawson, if you there? Hello, Lawson, are you there?
But I was thinking, Stephanie, we come back. But yeah, so it's been an amazing session so far. And for every story that has been shared, I want to say thank you to all the ladies for taking that bold step. Not everybody will feel comfortable sharing their story. But for you taking this bold step, it shows that you're a strong woman. It shows that you have that strength within you. And the signpost to the fact that indeed you are accelerating action towards change, because that is the theme for this year's International Women's Day and the theme for the month. Okay, we have Stephanie, so let me just give her the floor to continue with her story. Welcome back, Stephanie.
Yeah, sorry, I got kicked out. Okay, so anyways, I stayed at home. I kind of like leaned more into my online job and like, posting on LinkedIn, looking for, pitching people looking for job. And one day my sister sent me this link and she was like, okay, apply for this job. And I was like, this does not have like what I do. It was an SEO content writing job, and I was not SEO savvy at that point. But I was like, well, like I can't do anything at this point. Let me just, apply. So I applied, and they said they wanted to hear more from me. And from there, I had the interview and I got the job. And I've been working with them till now, and it's been eye opening. I've kind of like leaned more into SEO content writing. It has opened my eyes to a lot of things. I've become, confident in what I do. Writing for an agency that, it gives you this opportunity to learn more, to upskill yourself because you want to give your best. So at that point, that was like the turning point for me. And right now I am still, out there looking for better jobs, doing what I can do. That's technically just it. That's it. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much, Stephanie. We appreciate you for sharing that story with us. Now, in 60 seconds, we want you to give a word of advice to that little girl out there, to that young woman out there who is afraid to take a bold step towards achieving their goals. What word of advice can you give to them?
Oh, I would tell you who is listening to me right now that you've got what it takes. No matter how blur everything feels right now, no matter how you think that you can't do it, you can. All you need to do is to, I don't know, have faith. Just lean more into God. Position yourself. Find that thing that you like doing, and stamp your foot on the ground and go into it all in. Like, take away confusions. Take away. I think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. You can do it, no matter how hard it seems right now. All you need to do is to learn, implement, and you would find yourself doing way more than you thought you could do. So yes, don't give up, no matter how hard it seems right now, because the sky is your starting point technically. So yes, I am rooting for you, and you can do this. Yeah.
Yes, we are all rooting for you. If you're a woman, you're a young lady, you are joining us today, never forget, we are all rooting for you. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for being able to come on here to inspire us with your story. And yes, as a young lady, as a woman, you are out there, Stephanie is telling you, you have what it takes to achieve. You have what it takes to become. You have what it takes to get to your goal, to get to your aspiration. Let nobody discourage you. Along the journey, you will make mistakes. Along the journey, you will do things that you feel not right about. But that's part of the journey. At the beginning, you might not know what you're doing, you might not have clarity, but as much as you keep going, you never give up. I tell you, you can be able to get to that dream that you want to get to. For me, it's been a wonderful conversation tonight. Just being able to have amazing women join us to share their both story out there. And yes, if you still want to share your both story, do well to reach out to me and Lucy. I tell you, we'll be so excited to get your story and be able to document it to also help inspire other persons in the world. people get to read your story, get to hear your story, and they're inspired, and their life is turned around. They begin to find hope and joy in what you do. So, Luxine, I'll just run the mic to you, even as we round up the show tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
All right, thank you very much, Zion. And it's been an engaging time with all of the women we've had to come share their boat story. I want to say thank you to all of you. You guys are the real MVP. To Lysanda, to Stephanie, to Miracle, thank you very much for sharing your story. I believe when people come over this video and they see and they hear what you've said, I believe they can pick one or two cues from it, and they'll be inspired to do more, and definitely they'll be inspired to share their boat story. So like Zion has said, if you have more story to share, reach us via the DM and let's get that going. And you can also take this conversation forward. You can reach out to people within your circle and tell them, do you have a boat story? Do you want to share your story? Let's amplify the voice of women. Let's give them that chance to share their story, because as you do so, you are not just only empowering yourself, but you are empowering, you are also like inspiring. I mean, you are not also inspiring yourself, but you are inspiring the other women there. Thank you very much for having us.
Yes, amazing. Let me tell you, one day is not enough to celebrate the women in the world. Celebrating the women in the world, it's an everyday duty. It's something we have to do every day. Why? Because they deserve to be celebrated. They deserve to be recognized. They deserve to be known, and their story has to get out there in the world. Women are going through so much that they might not be able to share. But to all the women listening to us right now, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for holding on. Thank you for standing strong. And thank you for being a beacon of light to everyone out in the world. On behalf of all the men, we want to say thank you. And we appreciate you so much. Both if you're young, those older, you are all amazing. I want to say a big thank you. Thank you, hearts of gold. And thank you for being an inspiration to us all. And don't forget, if you want to share that book story to inspire more women out there in the world, do it to reach out to me on LinkedIn, send me a DM, and we'll be so glad to receive your story so we can use it to inspire other people out there in the world. With this, we want to say a very big thank you for joining us. Oh, yes, Bemisola, thank you. We appreciate you so much for joining us. Thank you. Amazing. And to everyone who have joined us today, who have dropped in their comment, we'll see you. We appreciate you. And to meet again next time, keep sharing your story. Let's inspire the world together, one person at a time. All right, everyone, have a blessed night.